Her. Dear students, Jai Hind, very good morning. Welcome back to our e-learning session. As you all know, you are explained in all these lectures, chapter number 10, that is mensuration. And as I told you that this particular chapter carries much importance. Understand for future. Understand when you go to upper standard, you will also have to study the same chapter under maybe some varying titles, area and volume, surface area and volume, whatever, single solid, combined solid, but your basics has to be very clear, understood regarding this particular chapter. Now, as you all know very well, one important thing which you should first catch is that in this particular chapter, today in our lecture number 14, we are going to discuss some difficult examples, understand, based on the same concept of area and volume, no doubt. But we want to discuss some of the difficult problems and at the same time some of the important MCQs also. We want to have a revision of that. Understood? So, dear student, chapter 10, as you know, understood? Chapter number 10, and in today you are attending in this particular chapter of mensuration, lecture number 14. Okay? Lecture number 14. Let us first have, as we always do, we will write example here, understand, and then we will explain it. We will take some difficult examples, understand. Suppose, let us write, understood, the first example and then we will try to solve it out. Okay? The example is this. First one in today's lecture. Okay? These are some of the examples involving some more thinking and alertness, understood, to solve them. Okay? Suppose this is the example. Example number 1 we are taking. Okay? What is the sum is about? Please note down the sum. A rectangular room. Note down the example. A rectangular room is, please note down, 7 meter long. A rectangular room is 7 meter long. Understand? Sorry, 15 meter long. Okay, we want to take one another example. 15 meter long and 10 meter wide. Okay, 10 meter wide. Note down the example with me. A room is 15 meter long and 10 meter wide. Now what is given? And area of 4 walls. Area of 4 walls is 750 meter. Area of 4 walls is 750 meter. Then find height. Okay, this is the question. First, write the question comfortably first and just understand it. What has been given in the question? A rectangular room is 15 meter long and 10 meter wide, and the area of 4 walls has been given 750 meter, and you have to find the height of the room. Okay, such example of various type, no doubt. Similar example of some varying type simpler than this we have solved in previous lectures. Understood? Where you have also solved some of the example with me where volume of the cylinder is given and radius is given and we were looking for height. Such few examples we have already solved. Okay, so dear student, first always as usual write down what is given in the data. Length is given. What is the length? 15 meter. Breadth, width means the breadth has been given 10 meter. Then you are also given area of 4 walls. Area of 4 walls, that is given 750 meter, and you are looking for height of the room, h equal to question mark. First read the data. We are given length, breadth, area of 4 walls is given 750 meter, and you are looking for height. So as you all know, as you are given area of 4 walls, so definitely you will apply the same formula here. So first we will write this way: area of 4 walls, area of 4 walls of a room. What is the formula of area of 4 walls of a room? As you all know, 2h into L plus B. This gives the area of 4 walls of a room. Now let us substitute the value. Area of the 4 wall has been given, that's equal to height you are looking for. Understand? Length and breadth has been given. Length, that is 15, breadth is given 10. Okay, so next step will be 750 equals to 2h into 25. Just add it. So 750 equals to 25 2 ja 50h. Understand? I'll give a little time for writing the example, so don't worry even if you can't catch your pace with me in writing. This is 15 ja. So height of the room is 15 meter. Now just look at the steps which are written here. Understand? And just verify the example. Just look at the steps we have followed in solving this particular example. Okay, then we'll go for some another difficult examples. Okay, see dear student, now you need to remember one thing. In this particular lecture we don't stick to only one type of example, because that's maybe the chapter end lecture. So we may take some variety of examples, understand, as a revision. So one example you do of cuboid, no? The one example may be of cylinder, one example may be of trapezium, means the some are going to vary it. Understand? So don't stick to the topic, because a particular topic wise lecture that we have covered up to lecture number 13. So this is not like that. Understand? So example may vary from topic to topic. Is this clear in your mind? Okay, so we want to take one another example. Now what is going to happen? The next example, understand, I will write the example here, and I would like to wait for at least 1 or 2 minutes, then I will definitely solve it here on the board, so that by just writing and reading this particular example, does anything click up in your mind or not? At least I want to give you some time. For what purpose? So that before I solve the same example here, does anything cracks your mind or not? Are you able to understand or gather some concept regarding this particular example or not. That's our target, okay? That's why once I write the sum, I will wait so that you can comfortably write the sum, and then I will wait for you, because we are not live, so you are not going to respond me immediately like we do in classroom, but at least you will be able to gather some concept in your mind, and that's our main target, okay? So I am writing the example for you. Please note down. Okay. The example is like this. The Please note down the example. The length of, just note down, lengths of parallel side, lengths of parallel sides of a trapezium are in ratio, length of parallel sides of a trapezium are in ratio 5:6. First data, then further, the distance between parallel sides, distance between parallel sides is 12 centimeter, and the area is 330 square centimeter. Area is 330 square centimeter. Then find lengths of parallel side. Okay, this is the question. Lengths of parallel side. First you please note down the question, and then first you need some little time to note down the question properly. I am reading out the question again. The lengths of parallel sides of a trapezium are in ratio 5:6, and the distance between parallel sides is 12 centimeter, and the area is 330 square centimeter. Then find the lengths of parallel side. First you note down the question, okay, and as we promised, just 2 minutes time to think, click your mind, how will you solve this particular example, okay? Just think of this, and then we will definitely solve the same example here. But first you need to concentrate. How will you solve this particular example? Okay, just think, remind the formulas you have already learned. You know the formula of area of trapezium. Understand what is that formula of area of trapezium? As you all know, 2h into a plus b. A and b represents parallel sides of the trapezium and h represent altitude of the trapezium, height of the trapezium, or distance between two parallel sides. That way you start thinking and try to solve this. Understood? Just think on this and then I will solve it here for you. Just think. Only 1 minute, if you can gather some concept in your mind, and we'll try to solve this. Understood? Then I will definitely solve the example for you, but I want you, because last you attended lecture number 13 and I think this concept of area of trapezium I think we took way back around lecture number 9, 10, I think. So maybe something went out of your mind, understand? That's why. I think you must have conceptualized at least something in your mind, understand? Two parallel sides are A and B. Understood? They are in ratio 5:6. Suppose, student, ultimately I don't think there is a need to draw the trapezium, but suppose this is the trapezium. Suppose we name this trapezium as ABCD. Ultimately you do not require here. Suppose I tell this side A and side B, parallel side, and the distance between these two, h, has been given 12 centimeter. Okay. Now try to understand. Ratio of two parallel side is already given, that is 5:6. Can we write it this way here? You have to write this way. Here A is to B, because we are taking parallel sides, one is A and one is B. A is to B equals to what has been given to you, 5:6. Please concentrate. Ratio of two parallel side is given, so we have taken A is to B equal to 5:6. Therefore A equal to, as dear student, we suppose in terms of unknown x, A equal to 5x, B equal to 6x. Okay. Now area of trapezium, area of trapezium. I do not want to mention the name. No required at all. Understood? I just draw the diagram for your concept clarity only. That's equal to, what is the formula you know? Half into h into a plus b. This is the formula. May went out of your mind because around lecture number 9 and 10 we have maybe in some earlier lecture we have done this. So may have went out of mind, but every time in WRT some of the question of area of trapezium appears and reappears. So you know this. Now what is the area given? Let us substitute the value. Area is given 330 equals to half into height, that is the distance between two parallel sides is given, a plus b. A that is 5x, b that is 6x. Next step, this can be cancelled. So 330 equals to 6 into bracket 5x plus 6x, that's 11x. You understood this? Then 330 equal to 66x. 66 to be transferred here. 330 upon 66 equal to x. Now both are cancelable by 11 also. 11 30 ja, 11 6 ja, and then 6 1 ja, 6 5 ja. So you got x equal to 5. Understood? After you got x equal to 5, it is just a question of substituting. I am doing it here. A equal to, what is that? 5x. Substitute the value of x you found out. This is equal to 25 centimeter. B has been 6x. 6 into 5, that is equal to 30 centimeter. Now dear student, please verify the sum. Maybe with the example you have tried to solve. Please just look at the sum we have done here and just try to verify. Understand? You may have tried it out, okay? Just look at the sum, right? Some student might have done that way also. They may have solved the complete example before I start. Understand? So they just need to verify with the example we have already solved here. Understood? Just have a look at the sum and just tally with the example you have already done, right? And then we will go for another such difficult example where also I will just write the sum, will give you time to write the sum and just the period of 2 minutes to click in your mind, are you able to catch anything or solve it? Understood? That's why. Right? Just have a look at the sum and then we will write one another example. Okay? Just have a look at the sum. Then we'll go for another example. Okay? Let me write another example for you, which you will try to solve. Okay? Let us write the sum again. Example number 3 today. Okay, and then you will try to solve it. Let me write the sum and then you start thinking on this. As I told you, this is the chapter and lecture. So the lecture doesn't mean to specify some particular topic. It may vary from topic to topic. So you have to be conscious about that, dear student. This is the example. Okay. Please note down with me the this is the example. The volume of a cuboid, volume of a cuboid is, volume of a cuboid is, understood, it has been given 3,36,000 cubic centimeter. Volume of cuboid has been given 3,36,000 cubic centimeter. Now, dear student, this is the click point. If the area of base is, now here you need to think on this, area of base is 5600 square centimeter, then find height. Okay, please note down the question comfortably first, understand, and then just start thinking and get some clicks in your mind to solve this particular example. Just get some clicks. First you write the example properly, okay, and then just try to get some click. Just 2 minutes time for your thinking, understand, and then we will solve the same example here for you. It may happen that you have to run your mind from here to there, because I am taking variety of example. One from cylinder I will take, one from cube, one from cuboid. That way it is going to vary it, because we are solving some of the examples today from summative assessment test. Okay, start thinking, dear student, and then I will solve it for you. Okay. Start thinking. just get some clicks. Actually, you know the formula of volume of cuboid, you must be knowing. That is L into B into H, length into breadth into height. Nowhere in the formula area of base is given. This is the smart way to understand. Volume is given. Actually, the formula of volume involves L into B into H, length into breadth into height. Now, when they are asking you to find height, they have to deliver you length and breadth, which hasn't been given in the example. From here, dear student, you need to start thinking on this. Okay? First, you need to start thinking on this. Okay? Just 1 minute more. Understand, and then we'll solve the same example here on the board. I want this here lies the click point. You understood? Here lies. This is. If you understood this, you can solve the sum, understand quite comfortably and quite easily if you just understand this only. Okay? Now, before I explain you this sum, I will just draw cuboid for you. See, dear student, suppose this is cuboid. Try to understand the click point which I want to explain you just by drawing the cuboid. See, this is cuboid. Let us try to make some three-dimensional sketch here. Okay. Three-dimensional sketch. We just want to make you understand. Okay. See, this way. Three-dimensional sketch of this will give you a lots of idea regarding this. See, dear student, as you all know, we are talking of base because I just want to remind you about this only. This base. This is length and this is breadth, you know. Now, if you concentrate, my dear student, base is rectangular, obviously. So, what is the area of the base? You will take L into B. You understood this? Area of the base will be L into B, which is directly given here. See, area of base. See, area of base is directly given. Area of base means you know L into B. I just now explained you. Understood? So, dear student, now the thing becomes easy for you. This was the actual click point in this. Area of, sorry, let us write the volume of, right? Okay, okay. Right. Volume of cuboid, that's equal to what you write, L into B into H. But from this particular formula, L into B into H, L into B represents area of base. So can you write this way now? Therefore, volume of cuboid, that's equal to, instead of L into B, if I write area of base into H. Do you agree with this? Area of base ultimately represents L into B. L into B means the area of base. So this one another important formula also you can remember. I may ask in MCQ like this: area of base I give you, height I give you, and if I ask you to find volume, you must know the formula. Volume of cuboid, that's equal to area of base into height. Okay, let us substitute the value here: 336,000. Area of base has been given into height. Okay, just two zeros are already cancelled. Okay, right here 336056 here equals to H. Okay, just cancel, both are cancelable by 7, 7 8 ja, here 7 4 ja 28, 5 left, 7 8 ja 56 0, and then 8 1 ja 860 ja. So you got height of the room, that is 60 centimeter. Okay, right, dear student, try to understand under what was given in the data, and we have to design one particular formula. Understood? Actually you all know volume of cuboid. What was the formula? L into B into H. But here, to just test your basics, what you can understand, you must be knowing, when I explained in our lectures area and volume of cube and cuboid, I already insisted all students to concentrate on the derivation of the formula, if you can remember. So if you have strengthened and concentrated at that time on derivation of the formula, then you will be able to design the new formula quite easily by yourself. Understood? So one more formula: volume of the cuboid equal to, what is this formula? Area of base multiplied by height. You understood? So this is the way, dear student, you just remember the formula, just learn some minor alteration and modification of the formula, but that happens only when you are conceptually very stronger, and the diagram of cuboid, just veterans in your mind, then you will be able to understand, right? So this is the way height can be found, and please note down this new formula of cuboid. What is that? Volume of cuboid equals to area of base into height. You understood? So it happens, dear student, in MCQ, you are given volume, you are given height, and you are asked to find area of base. At that time, be strong enough to just conceptualize such new formulas and try to just rectify them in the example. You understood? So my dear student, as we are continuing session in this manner, that still in the next lecture we are going to just reshuffle the whole chapter by taking some various some difficult example. So topic to topic we may vary. You do one sum of cylinder, immediately shift to cube, immediately shift to trapezium. That way we are going to carry all examples. You understood this? Okay, dear student? Thank you very much.